Let me hit you with this. $62 billion. That's how much China poured into Pakistan's future. Also, they claimed a mega corridor, a new Asian tiger, the crown jewel of the Belt and Road Initiative. Fast forward to today, Gwadar is a ghost town. Pakistan is broke, and China regret. This is not development. This is a cautionary tale dressed up in infrastructure. This is the story of how the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, turned into a $62 billion mirage, and why it might be the most expensive mistake in Beijing's foreign policy history. Let's rewind to 2013. CPEC was launched with a jaw-dropping $46 billion price tag, later upgraded to $62 billion. Highways, power plants, special economic zones, and of course, Gwadar Port, the supposed Dubai of Pakistan. The promise? Pakistan will leapfrog into prosperity and become the next big thing in Asia. The reality? Less than half the funds were actually dispersed. Major projects are stuck, delayed, or straight up abandoned. Gwadar still doesn't have basic water or electricity. The special economic zones, mostly empty shells, ghost towns in business suits. CPEC promised a superhighway to growth. What it delivered was potholes paved with propaganda. Let's talk about the fine print. CPEC wasn't charity. It was debt, and a lot of it. Pakistan now owes China over 30 billion US dollars, most of it at commercial interest rates, not the soft loans you get from the World Bank or IMF. And here's the kicker. These loans were designed to benefit Chinese firms, not Pakistan. Materials came from China, labor came from China, profits went to China. Pakistan, it got the bill and a recurring date with the IMF. This wasn't a partnership. It was profit extraction, dressed up as development. If you think ordinary Pakistanis got rich off CPEC, think again. Chinese SOEs won the contracts. Local firms were pushed aside. And Pakistani workers? Low-skill, low-paid jobs, if they were lucky to get it. CPEC didn't build inclusive growth. It built a pipeline for the elite to get richer, more powerful, and more disconnected from the masses. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens were left with blackouts, inflation, and unkept promises. Now, let's look at the Gwadar failure. Gwadar Port, the pride of CPEC, the new Dubai, except it's not. What is it really? A heavily militarized zone with barely any shipping traffic, no railway connection, no fresh water, no electricity, a place where locals have been displaced and now protest constantly. Instead of prosperity, Gwadar became a symbol of resentment. China dreamed of a strategic outlet to the Arabian Sea. What it got was a white elephant in insurgent territory. Want to know where a huge chunk of money actually went? Coal. That's right, imported coal to power outdated plants that barely run at capacity. The result? New dependency on expensive fuel, widening trade deficits, power plants with unpaid bills, zero investment in clean energy. CPEC gave Pakistan short-term electricity and long-term economic pain. It is a slow, smoky economic suffocation. It's supposed to bring peace and stability to Pakistan's volatile regions. Instead, it lit the match. Chinese engineers have been targeted, attacked, and killed. Pakistan had to create an entire military division just to guard them. And Balochistan, a hotbed of insurgency, protests, and deep local anger over displacement and exploitation. Let's be real. If a development project needs an army to protect it, it's not development, it's occupation. Ironically, China is also suffering from buyer's remorse. Beijing is quietly pulling back, projects are stalled, Gwadar has been downgraded, China is no longer handing out big checks, it's switching to small, cautious investments. The Belt and Roads poster child, now it's the problem child Beijing doesn't want to even talk about. CPEC has become a textbook example of how not to do global strategy. And what about Pakistan? While CPEC raised hopes, it failed to raise growth. No meaningful structural reform, no rise in productivity, no export boom, no industrial base, just debt dependence, just delay, a lost decade chasing shortcuts, while ignoring the hard work real development takes. CPEC was never just about roads and ports, it was a fantasy, a shortcut. For China, a geopolitical move. For Pakistan, a magic wand to leapfrog into prosperity. But shortcuts come with consequences. And today, both sides are waking up to the bill. CPEC is not a corridor of prosperity. It is a dead end.